Hello YouTube, my name is Lloyd and today I want to discuss preferential ethics, or what I refer to as preferential ethics. I would put it in contrast to ethics that you have derived that you didn't want, or ethics that are based on something more concrete, and I went into what is more concrete in the yes, no, both yes and no, neither yes or no speech video in which I referred to as my relationship with the transcendent. That's not an option, that's not a preference. You have one, you better relate to it. That's not something you can choose or not choose. I was in a bit of an internet rant with somebody, or conversation, to be fair to say, and they used the phrase, do what you can. You should do what you can. And it seemed, first off, I looked at it and I thought that's very different to do everything that you can. Do what you can. It's like opting to have a patronizing statement as your raison d'etre. To be patronized by your own ethical standpoint. Do what you can. Oh, poor you, doing what you can. It just it seemed so clearly optional. What can I do? Oh, I'm not going to give up the house and let wild animals live in it and give it over to to nature. I'm still going to live in the house and do my job and have a car and a bike and a whatever and transport and healthcare and all the rest of the stuff. But I'm going to moralize about there being a thing that I can do, that I'm going to sort of do, and in that way you are having ethical structures that are based purely on preference. Preference alone as the thing that guides, that motivates and that moves. And that's weak, it's shallow, it's easily shaken, easily undermined. It's useful and nice when you are living in a very wealthy society where your preferences matter and your preferences can be acted upon and seem meaningful, but they are, well, shallow, as I was saying. So I have an ethical structure that's based on my non-attachment to ideas. So I transcend my attachment to ideas, give up those attachments, and then I'm not making a preferential statement. I'm building ethics around things that are concrete in and of themselves, that are not things that I want to have happen or what I would want to have happen. So just differentiating between preferential and non-preferential ethics. Yeah, I don't know where to go with it. Anyway, argue about it, it would be nice. I see veganism as a preferential ethic. It's based on a preference for interpreting the world's cruelty in a certain context that cannot stand against an attachment. So if you're not attached to lovely cute animals, then it's an irrelevance. Veganism doesn't stand up to the truth of the cruelty. That I went into that in another video. So yeah, there are lots of preferential ethics. They're shallow, they're cheap, they are meaningless, and yeah, they're built around people's preference for things, which can change and does change. So anyway, argue, discuss, that would be nice. My name was Lloyd and I'm going to do a couple of videos today, so that was the first one. Bye.